That too. Welcome to the DeKalb County Board of Zoning Appeals. We have a large audience tonight. Roll call.
Yes. Frank Pulver.
Here.
Roy Walker. Here. Andrew Provines.
Here.
Wayne Funk. Jason Carnahan.
Here.
Andrew Cruz.
Here.
Chris Gallmer. Here. Meredith Wright here.
Okay, approval of minutes of November 10th, 2025. All in favor?
I'll move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Keep changing the rules on me. Old business? None. New business? Petition 25-24.
25-14.
Well, that too.
Added a 2. This is a petition of Westrick LLC requesting a development standards variance to allow for a gateway sign and for a larger sign than was allowed by ordinance in Article 5.49B1. Property is located on the west side of County Road, that should be 17, right? Yeah, my bad. Approximately 1/4 mile north of the intersection of County Road 17 and County Road 66 in Auburn, and is zoned RE rural estate. In your packets is the proposed sign, proposed location. This is right across the street from Rotundo Estates. Westrick purchased that 10 years ago? I don't know, something like that. Yeah, okay, 25 years ago. And got that, as you all have seen over the years, built out, and purchased the property across the street, developed it into a 14-lot subdivision. Probably smaller lots than what San Giovanni is, but the same type of development. Upper class homes, very nice lots, very nice homes. I think it was mentioned at the commissioners meeting that they're $1 million, $1.5 million homes, so a nice development. Our ordinance doesn't allow for a gateway sign if there's no more than 20, or sorry, if there's not more than 20 lots in a single family development. This only has 14, so they're requesting to have a gateway sign. And then if you do have a gateway sign, it can't be larger than 40 square feet in size. They are looking to have that sign be 331.20 square feet. So the variance would be for 291.2 square feet. You can see if you drove out to the site, you saw where the entrance is located. Well, maybe, I don't know, with the snow on the ground. Where the entrance is located with a split entrance divided by a median. So this is where the sign would be located. In your packet shows that proposed sign. Probably similar in size, smaller than what San Giovanni is overall height-wise, but same style of development. So with that, in your packets is also the proposed location. It's set back about 30 feet from, 35 feet from the right-of-way, so far enough back to not be impeding any line of sight with entrances or exits out onto County Road 17. Was approved by the County Highway Department. It is outside of the right-of-way, but was approved by the County Highway Department. With that, I'd be happy to take any questions you have. Again, Brian Rothgeb, who you all met, is in the audience here for any questions you have. Maybe he'll punt it to his kids so they can get some public speaking experience. Good idea. Sure, please.
Yeah, please come up, state your name and address.
If you want to add anything to this as well, that'd be great.
That on. Hit the button.
Now it is. My name is Brian Rothgeb. My address is 1822 San Giovanni Court, Auburn, Indiana 46706. I live in San Giovanni Estates, right across the street from Rotundo Estates. Was the one that purchased San Giovanni Estates from Westrick LLC, and then redeveloped and got those homes inside San Giovanni and got the subdivision developed. and then helped Westrick LLC develop Rotondo Estates. And what we're looking for is an entrance sign that's going to look nice for the classness of the subdivision. The houses, like Chris said, are going to be probably anywhere between, I would say, the house itself builds probably anywhere between $800 and $1.5 million homes. Add the lot cost on top of that, you're talking between $1 and $1.7 million homes, probably, somewhere in that range. We're looking for a nice sign so that way that the subdivision it really is nice for the subdivision. The sign we feel like is represents the subdivision in itself because it takes on the form from Rotondo comes from San Giovanni Rotondo, which is where Padre Pio, St. Padre Pio is from originally. That's where the name comes from, so that's why the sign looks similar to like a church with backlit
Stained glass.
Stained glass, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It is not the same size as, if you've ever been to San Giovanni Estates, the entrance structure out there is massive, right? It goes up 30 feet in the air with like a bell tower 30 feet in the air. But the front sign that actually announces San Giovanni Estates, it's very similar to that. Now, it's narrower than that, like a narrower width, and it's just a little bit taller than that sign. So the actual nameplate sign of San Giovanni Estates is almost a similar size as what we're asking for, requesting from Rotondo Estates. It is, like Chris said, we feel like it's set back far enough. We were out there with the highway department, and I was out there with the designer as well to make sure that line of sight was accurate and it's safe for folks coming in and out of the subdivision. It will be placed in between the two entrance/exits of Rotondo Estates, and again, placed back further away out of the right-of-way of the county. But like Chris said, Mr. Parker did say, give the thumbs up for the sign. What questions do you have for me? I'm obviously here advocating for the sign.
Is this going to be a boulevard, or is this going to be a two-way on both of those streets in and out?
So we'll have an entrance on the right-hand side like you would normally drive on the right, and an exit on the,
Okay, so
if you're
like a
facing the
boulevard.
entrance of the
Okay,
subdivision. So we'll have an entrance on one side and exit on the other.
okay.
And it's the road has already been named. It's called Padre Pio Drive, is the road that comes into into Rotondo Estates. What other questions do you have for me?
A question for you, the sizes of the sign, 173 inches by, what's the length? 276 inches. Does that fall within our existing, is the only problem here is the fact that we don't have enough lots in this development?
Correct, and then if they would.
Size.
And the size, right, too.
So this is 300 and some square feet larger, 290 square foot larger.
Right. Then
If
what's
a 40 square foot sign were allowed, which honestly, I kind of thought that was kind of small in general. Like that seems tiny. I would think a lot of people would have to get a variance for this, for any addition.
Yep.
Most of the time, the signs seem bigger, but this one's much larger than what we allow.
Is it, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it, Chris, that this sign is larger for what you allow for a less than 20 lot subdivision? If it's more than 20 lots or more, then the sign can be larger, I think. Because 40 square feet is a pretty small sign.
Yeah, so, yeah, we don't have anything for large.
Yeah.
We don't have anything allowed for 20 or less, and then if it's 20 or more lots.
Oh,
then
okay.
it'd be 40 square feet.
So this is
So there's not a,
two things: to have a sign at all because it's less than 20, and to be bigger than what we allow on anything.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
So two different things. But we feel as though that, this is not going to, first, it's not going to be a safety concern. And to me, it's not a concern for the neighborhood. I mean, all of our neighbors know that we're going to have Rotondo Estates or across the street. We had already been through the process to be approved for the subdivision, because we did have to change the zoning for that to be approved into a residential subdivision. And the fact that San Giovanni right across the street is a massive entrance structure, which is much larger than what this structure will be.
How far back from the road is this sign?
I don't have the document in front of me. I think, Chris, it's marked on your guys'
I think it's
packets.
50 foot, isn't it?
From the pavement would probably be about 50 or 60 feet. But from the right-of-way, it looks like it's about 30, 35 feet.
It's far enough off the road for a line of sight.
It's 2 car lengths. We measured about 2 car lengths. We wanted at least a couple car lengths to be able, so that way if someone pulled up into the road, they would be able to see past the mound area. It's set back behind the back level part of where you would see the mound area for the common area. It's on the back side of that. So you would actually have to pull out further to see because of the mound, not because of the sign.
And it honestly still looks, diagram.
What's that?
It looks small on the diagram anyways. I mean, it's not, it seems appropriate for the,
Yeah, we're not,
Entrance.
it's not going to be like, we're not asking for San Giovanni, that's for sure. Which is like a castle.
Or an Olive Garden or something.
Yeah, something, it does look like that, something out of Italy.
Very nice, though. I like it. I've driven out there.
People love to come by and
It's
see
nice.
it, and take pictures of it, that's for sure, so.
when I was going door to door, I drove by it and I was like, wow.
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
It looks a lot better now that there's not graffiti all over it, busted up. That's how it was
Yeah.
4 years ago, so. What other questions do you have for me? I'm new to this process, so.
Anybody else have questions for him? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Turn the mic off.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you.
Thank you. Any questions, any more questions from anyone? Pretty
Okay.
over to you.
All right, ready for the findings here tonight. These findings are proposed, and they're not final until it's voted on, of course, but we'll go through the proposed findings. Jurisdictional findings first. Application completed and filed on November 7th.
Yes.
Legal notice published in the Star on November 28th with publisher's affidavit and receipt received.
Yes.
Certificate of mailing notices sent and receipts given to staff.
Yes.
Letter from the County Board of Health dated December 8th.
Yes.
Letter from the County Highway Department dated November 12th.
Yes.
Letter from the Soil and Water Conservation District dated November 7th.
Yes.
Letter from the County Surveyor or Drainage Board dated November 10th.
Yes.
And the letter from the DeKalb County Airport Authority is not applicable. Now, the proposed findings of fact, there's 3 questions, and anyone can answer or go one at a time, however you prefer to do that. I'll start out with the first question. Will the approval of the variance request be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community?
The proposed sign is larger than allowed by the ordinance, but will not be injurious to the public. All the county departments have looked at it without objection.
All right. Number 2, will the use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance request be affected in a substantially adverse manner?
It will not be affected in an adverse manner. It actually makes sense with the housing development in the general, what that area is like. It will make sense with that.
And number 3, will the strict application of the terms of the Unified Development Ordinance result in practical difficulties in the use of the property?
Yes, the proposed increase in sign size will allow for the same presence as the adjacent development has.
All right, so we have some conditions of approval. Staff is recommending approval and is recommending the following conditions, most of which are standard conditions. Number 1, the board retains continuing jurisdiction of this from development standard variance to assure compliance with all terms and conditions and or impose additional conditions deemed necessary for health and safety. Number 2, a variance to allow for a gateway sign and for a larger sign than allowed by ordinance is allowed. Number 3, comply with any applicable environmental standards as required in Article 5, 5.11, EN-01 in the Unified Development Ordinance. Number 4, No off-site drainage crossing over said real estate should be obstructed by any development on the site. And number 5, no certificate of occupancy or certificate of completion shall be issued until the applicant files written evidence of compliance with any conditions of the DeKalb County Board of Health, Highway Department, Drainage Board, Surveyor, Airport, Soil and Water Conservation District, or other agency as applicable. And further, where applicable, file written evidence of compliance with federal or state agencies where identified in the findings or conditions. And the zoning administrator to determine when conditions have been met. Did I say back to you, Frank?
I was waiting for that.
I thought he was waiting for that.
It's like the nightly news here.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay, we got all the information.
I'll make a motion to approve petition 2514 for both the ability to put a sign out there as well as an increase in size of the sign.
Second.
We got a proposal and a second.
Roy Walker,
Yes.
Andrew Provines,
Yes.
Jason Carnahan,
Yes.
Frank Pulver.
Yes.
Whenever you're ready to get, well, I think we already have all the stuff for your charity now. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, they wanted to see it. Boy Scout, part of a badge work stuff. Oh, thank you all.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep, you're more than welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Bye, guys. Thanks. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
The only other thing is that Meredith gave you a copy of the scheduled meetings for the 2026 calendar. Of course, as it says in the bottom, maybe cancel application, so let's go with this and.
We need to have an official motion and approval for those? No.
No, because it's already in the bylaws of when they are. So
Sounds
we just
good.
do this, so you have it. You can mark your calendars or whatever you're doing with it, but so far, nothing for January. You get January out.
Looking at you like I would.
That sounds really technical there, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't have to do that.
That's all I got.
Okay,